down. You guys might remember I was saying we've seen a bunch of selling bursts in the Nasdaq, about 400 contracts or more. Uh, if we get a 3-minute candle close above 82s here, I really do like this rotation because now we're starting to talk about some of that negative delta. If price stops going in their direction, they may have to cover. We got the S&P right back at New York session VWAP here, 7,002, and the looking pretty good here. Not really seeing any size on the books. Shout out to whoever that was with the 800 lot on the bid at 69.82 in the S&P. We appreciate your efforts. Stopped the market from selling off there. Jack, let's talk about this trade a little bit. Any more management you do at this point? We're back above 7,000s. You got a target here, or you just letting it cook?
When you're trading like micros like this, and you're gonna leave a runner, you gotta kind of let it cook. Ideally, I would take it off at a point where I would go short, which is I have that line up there. It's around 70.23.
Let's get it then.
I like it.
Let's get it. 70.23s.
Yeah.
Let's go get it.
Nice.
We had I forgot who it was, and forgive me at the buzzer viewers for all of our buzzer beaters. Someone had the quote the other day: "If you're looking, you're not cooking." Right. So if you got something in the oven and you're looking at it every 5 minutes, it's never going to cook. So we will just let this trade. Right. Can't keep opening the oven. Exactly. If you're looking, you're not cooking. So let that one work there. Just did tag that New York session VWAP 7,002 in the S&P. 25,880 last trade here in the Nasdaq. Mandy, nice trade there. 68% long tilt in the Nasdaq right now.
Sorry, just real quick on my 15-minute. We came up, really wanted to touch this moving average. Nice, which is my yellow. Nice rejection. Holding below EMA right now. Kind of glad I didn't have a runner. I'd probably be stopped out by now. So that's why I like the 15-minute EMA moving average. They respect pretty well on these levels. And so, yeah, I'll let you guys know if I get into anything. I know we've got somebody wanting to come in here soon, but
we do. Nice. Somebody's coming in. Nice trading there, Mandy.
Thank you.
I think what's really cool right now about what we're seeing, on Top Step TV right now, if you ever ask, is there something to learn? Two completely different trade styles, right? Jack just said, I'm letting this trade cook, already taking profits on the trade, letting the runner do its job running. And then we see Mandy, who is closing your trades into momentum, right? And I think that fits your personality more than anything. There's a million different ways to trade the markets, right? But Mandy, we hear you say all the time, if you're in a trade for 10 minutes, that's an eternity, right? So you found what works for you. You close the trade into momentum. You can take 10 of those, and we know the risk is managed. Mandy, I want to ask you one question. At what point do you set that trailing personal daily loss limit?
Actually, right now would be a great one. Thanks for the reminder. Actually, here in a second, you're going to see my alarm go off on my phone. It'll remind me, hey, Mandy, did you lock in your profits for the day? I'm going to quickly just demonstrate. I'm going to go to my risk settings. Come here. I'm willing to let myself lose about another. I know it's a good day, but I also like a little room to play. We're going to say about 400 on my personal daily loss limit. We're going to do liquidate and block. So I'll be coming out no less than $789 for today. So you hit enable trailing on this, and I like to go off of realized gains. And then I'll hit set. There's my alarm reminding me to do my trailing loss for the day. Nice. That's when I lose money. And
that is what we call a plan.
Hit save on that. So I already hit save. So we're good. But that's how I get to a payout. That's how I don't blow accounts. Thanks for the reminder, Jay. Thanks for my iPhone for the reminder. But it was a pleasure hanging out with you guys this morning on Fast Markets. Thanks, you guys.
Awesome stuff, Mandy. Great trading. Came in, made a couple $100 and is out. We'll continue to trade if you see setups, but locking in the profit for the day. We got the house count so long, 1 micro ES right now, and we got Dr. Volatility coming in for some announcements. James, what do we got?
Yeah, nice trading, Mandy. That's what we like to see. Coming in, putting in the work, making the money, and then going home, as it should be. And what else we like to see is our Instagram follower count go up. So please go ahead and follow us on Instagram. We're going to drop the link in the chat. We're going to pin it. It's going to stay here for a while. Oh, I'm sorry, we're not going to pin this one. We're just going to drop it. If you ever need it, just ask for it. We'll drop it again because we want you to follow us on Instagram at TopSubTV. And you might be wondering, James, you want me to follow you on Instagram, but what do I get? Well, dear viewer, you get to catch market breakdowns, smart setups, and real talk about what it takes to win. All right, don't miss highlights from Tops of TV, the live stream built for future traders. On our Instagram, you can find highlights, best ofs. We post updates there when we have sweepstakes, and we do have sweepstakes every so often. You can find entry rules and more information on our Instagram account. Now, I know most of you have an Instagram account, so go ahead and give us a follow. It can't hurt, and it only helps you stay locked in. So TopStep TV on Instagram, go ahead, click on the link, and we'll see you there. Also, later today, longtime fans know what I'm going to say. It's group coaching. Group coaching, the point in the show where our TopStep TV personalities take time out of their day to answer your trading questions live. And who do we have answering your questions today? Well, ask no further. It's Gabe, Vince, and Hoop. That's right, Gabe, Vince, and Hoop are here to answer your questions. And if you're wondering, how do I get one of my questions in front of these guys? Well, we're going to drop a link in the chat. This one will be pinned, and it will be pinned for a couple of hours. So go ahead and click on it, fill out your question, and then set a reminder to be back here at 12:15 p.m. Central Time for group coaching. But what am I talking about? You're not going anywhere. You're going to be here bell to bell, like all of our good TopStep TV fans. Now, before we get back to fast markets and the rest of the guys, we're going back to school, everybody, because more public high schools across the country are requiring students to take a basic financial literacy course to graduate. In today's Consumer Watch, Jen Sullivan explains what students are learning and how it can prepare them for their financial future.
From balancing a budget to learning how loans work, exposing your kids to financial life skills can help prepare them for the future.
We want to make sure that we have these basic skills to then adapt.
Billy Hensley is the president and CEO of the National Endowment for Financial Education. They work with local school districts across the country to incorporate financial literacy classes into their classrooms.
When I was young, we didn't talk about money in my home. We didn't talk about it in college. And when I got my first job, I had no idea how to navigate the benefits, the 401k, the match.
The NEFE conducted a survey last spring and found 82% of respondents who attended high school say they wish they were required to complete a personal finance class when they were in school. Topping the list of skills they wish they had learned, spending and budgeting, followed by saving, earning an income, and managing credit. At least 30 states, seen in green on this map, now have a financial education requirement. The orange states have a partial requirement.
In some states, actually, the requirement actually requires FAFSA, which is the form you have to fill out to get financial aid and student loans. A certain level of literacy is part of the financial education course.
Many college graduates are already facing the financial burden of loans. The Department of Education estimates current total student loan debt has topped $1.6 trillion. Hensley says these classes will help students better understand how these loans work. He hopes more states will adopt these courses. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
Thank you for that, Jen. Hogue will be back in just a little bit, but found the new Bears fan for the week. Coach Dakota, how are we doing, man? What's going on? Are you on mute? Don't worry, the house counts in a winning trade. We'll pay the fee for you.
Yeah, I know. I was mute.
There we go. We got you now. What's going on, man? How we doing?
It's Tuesday. Jay, who's selling these metals? I was gonna say last night we came in. You don't sell silver. Yeah, I mean that's just not
Don't
the way.
sell silver.
I mean, look at
Do not
silver
sell
go.
Producers.
Yeah,
Sure. Who else?
yeah. I mean, I still have my silver producer long, and yeah, we tapped $89 an ounce here. We did for a moment this morning look like we were gonna sell off a little bit. Buyers just stepped right up, right around 87.50, and here we are, right back up 88.50, just under all-time highs. And this is continuing to see high volatility. I'm waiting for an inside day in silver, and we're just not seeing any slowdown in either direction.
Not at all. Coming in with positive P&L, Dakota up a couple hundred
Yeah.
bucks. Where's that trade from? You trade this morning at all?
Yeah, it was
Looking at the
silver.
equities
It
at
was
all, or
silver.
all last night?
Last night I
Gotcha.
ended slow markets down 100. I had
Yeah,
a long, I had a long just a moment ago, and yeah, I'm plus $44 right now. Plus 44. I'm just watching silver, see
$44.
what.
Gotcha. Got to check my eyes.
Looking to
I
buy
looked at it.
silver. That's what I'm doing. Just looking for longs.
Looking to
Don't
buy
let me
it.
short silver, Jay. If you see me shorting silver, smack me on the hand.
I got you. I got you. Smack you through the screen. Hey, stop doing that.
Smack you.
We got the
Uh-huh.
house count long right now, Dakota. 6987 in the S&P trading 7,001 and a half. We got the Nasdaq right now trading 25,902. Taking a look at the tilt, starting to build long here. 64% long in the S&P, 65% long in the Nasdaq. Have you looked at the equities at all today, or is it
I did.
you're a silver guy
They
now?
seem a little bit consolidated today. We're down 0.25%. That's where we were last night during slow markets. Not really, not much going on there. I mean, we have Meta down 2.5, and Intel though. Intel's up almost 6%. That's the
Oh
only thing
boy.
I'm really seeing.
Intel
So
up
you
6%.
know, the the government's trade of Intel is printing money pretty
I
well.
mean,
Yeah, long
hey,
Intel, Argentina pesos, Nvidia not child sales. That'd be real rough. Nvidia China sales. What else we got?
when the government says it's buying something, could be a good time to buy as well. That is not financial advice. That is just coming from the president. We had him last week. I think he met with the Intel CEO, and he said he's very proud that the U.S. government is an investor in Intel. Seeing gold pull
Yeah.
back a little bit here, 46.19. Also quietly, micro Bitcoin rallying on the day. Made a new high of the day, 94,075, trading just off of its highs right now. Micro Bitcoin is one of our bigger percentage movers on the day.
Is it? Is it? What are we at?
It is up 2.5% on the day.
Okay. Okay.
It's been a nice year for Bitcoin bulls, to be honest. Towards the end of last year, we were trying to figure out whether or not we're going to stay above 85,000, but that became a support, and now we're trading close to 95,000. When do we trade back to 100,000 in Bitcoin? I remember somebody in the chat saying at the end of last year, January was the month to buy Bitcoin, and you sell it in October. So far, that prediction is correct. So we will see here.
I mean, still nothing compared to what we're seeing here in silver.
No,
Silver
not
is
at all.
putting Bitcoin and all that to shame here. Do we go see all-time highs? I mean, I could see it. We're consolidating here at 88.50s, 88.75s. I'm going to continue watching silver. Not really much going on in the equities. I trade the NASDAQ. We had that nice pump during inflation. We failed to get and hold above 26,000. Nice rejection. And it just seems like this NASDAQ does not want to be over 26,000 for very long. So I'm going to continue to
Oh, it
watch it.
does
We're
not.
hovering around 25,900 and kind of right in the middle, right where we opened up on this the inflation data news. And I don't want to be long or short right now. I'm very, very neutral.
Yeah.
The equities.
Speaking of that inflation data, that candle, which was 8:30 Eastern time, 7:30 Central, I'm looking at a 3-minute candle right now. We're testing that low. 25,905 and a half is the low in the NASDAQ. We're trading about 5 points below it right now. You can see on this little bounce that we had here, that is pretty much the high of the move so far. So it looks like the market is trying to determine whether or not it's going to accept price back inside of that news candle. Welcome back, Hogue. Here we go, trading back into it right now. The S&P still has a little bit of work to do to get back to that candle low, which is at 7,475. Hogue, we're back inside the initial balance. We did not have the energy to extend lower. What becomes the target here? I know Jack was looking up at those 23s. I love that as a target. Back above settlement, looking at prior day high. If you're looking at the failed auction trade, where do you target?
Well, the failed auction was in the Nasdaq, but that certainly is probably going to affect the S&Ps. The ultimate target for a failed auction is the other extreme of the initial balance. So in the S&Ps, The initial balance high is 70.24 1/4, dovetailing very nicely with Jack's eventual target here.
Awesome
Yeah, I
stuff.
did put the target at 70.16 3/4. The reason being, I would love to see 70.23, but that's like a possible short level for me, and it's pretty ambitious
Mm.
considering we had, a couple points of risk on this trade. So I went to like my next pseudo level below that and then pick some random
16, you
fraction.
said?
It's 70.16 3/4.
It's not random, Jack. It's the afternoon pullback low from yesterday. It's a perfect target. Look
Perfect,
at
Jack.
you.
Perfect. Look at that.
Jack doing the jazz hands.
Just threw up
No,
the shot
doing
with his
the
eyes closed and it went in.
Do you guys no, I always equate that with like the Gus Johnson dance. Have you ever seen this? We just found it so funny. I think it was like in college. They were doing a game at Wisconsin where they do the jump around during the third quarter, between
Yes.
the third and fourth, and they pan to the booth and like they're showing all the students jumping, and then they go to the booth and Gus Johnson is just sitting there going.
Shout out to Gus. Oh man, what it would be to have Gus Johnson energy for these futures
We
markets. I'm gonna try that. That's my goal for 2026. Bring in Gus Johnson energy
Okay. All right.
for our announcements. We got a trade going on here in the S&P house count long from 6987. Last trade 7,001 and a quarter. We got Dan Emmons in the chat looking for new lower days. I don't think it's out of the question. We are definitely slowing down that momentum we saw to the downside. Not really seeing buyers step up just yet and take control back over VWAP is what I'd be interested in seeing here in the S&P. ACH. Take your trades, manage your risks. We got the NASDAQ accepting price back inside of that news candle. Dakota scouting silver. Are we making a new
Silver's
all-time high
pumping,
here?
man.
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
silver's going. It's going. We're almost back above 89. I have a hard. I don't see what could slow this market down.
Yeah. Up 4.5% on the day. We've seen 8% moves. Dakota, yesterday you were talking about, do we see $100 this week? And every time it goes up, that possibility becomes that much closer to a reality.
Yeah, we are closer now than we was last night. Yep, we are closer now than we was 2 minutes ago. this is going. I'm
Yes,
trying to
it
find
is.
a trade, and I want to get in long. It's just a matter of how, when, where, and how do I manage this risk. And here we go through 89.
89.21.5 all-time high in silver made today about an hour and a half ago. Let's see if we go take out that all-time high. Not far from the $90 level here in silver. That would put us up about 5.5% on the day, which again, we've seen, right? We've seen 8% days. Just yesterday, silver was up at 1.8%.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen a day where silver's not up or down at least 2%.
At
For a
least.
while. It's been a minute.
So Dakota, are you mad at me for the cheese grater yesterday?
Nah. I was telling everybody, if you can dish it, you gotta learn how to take it. Like I talk smack, so I could take it. Hogue. I don't mind. You gotta have some tough skin. It's the reality of.
Oh, you definitely got to have that around here.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
We're pulling out the cheese grater. The Bears beating the Packers this weekend. Who are you guys playing next?
That's a fresh
Rams.
cheese grater too, right? Fresh one.
Rams.
Hey, it's gonna
That's
be
gonna be a tough
cold.
one.
It's gonna be real cold. So hopefully that slows down, Georgia boy.
Did that cheese grater still have the sticker on it? The price sticker.
Fine.
First time you guys got to use that.
Oh, there you go. There you go. A little jab back. I see what you did there, Dakota.
You see what I got there? Yeah.
Fresh treat
Fresh
cheese
because you
grater.
never
I see
use
what
it.
you did there.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the joke. That's the joke.
I see what you did there. 25 9 10 last trade in the NASDAQ. Andrea's giving it the thumbs down. She's like, nope.
Look at me, Dakota. There's no way that cheese grater's unused.
Oh yeah, if that cheese grater was in Hoag's house, Hoag, you look like at a minimum a 4 cheese mac and cheese guy, at a minimum, which I appreciate, and I also appreciate the S&P continuing to push here. 7,005 last trade in the S&P. House count still long one from 87s, 69.87. Here's a full session VWAP here in the S&P, 7,006 and a quarter. Seeing that buying continue to step in. Hoag, let's take a look at that delta. What are we looking at now?
S&P's positive 2,700. NASDAQ still negative 1,900 contracts.
We're holding on.
NASDAQ keeps attracting short. Keeps attracting those shorts.
They are trying to hold on to it. The S&P, that's the first time I think, Hoag, since the New York session started, that we're seeing at least something over 1,000, right? Something 4 digits in the delta. That's a pretty big flip because we were slightly negative, but then we just flipped to almost 3,000 contracts positive.
Yeah.
What is the delta on gold? Do you have that, Hoag? Have that handy?
Of
gold
course,
delta?
positive 990. But let me double check that. There's a positive 700.
Positive 700. Congruent with direction
Basically
for the
right
day,
above me.
but gold is just kind of choppy. I think it's waiting to see what silver does, and then maybe we go from there.
We're almost all-time highs here in silver.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. To our friend Like a Boss in the chat, am I still driving? I am still driving. Yeah, we are on a cross-country road trip here until Andre comes back. But we got Jack trading right now, Dakota trading as well. House count is long from 87s. Like a Boss, I promised you yesterday I may take a trade while I'm driving tomorrow. You're going to get me in trouble. I'm not even supposed to do that, but we'll see what we can do tomorrow. But right now, we got the house count long right now. And I'm only going to take a trade if it's a good one.
Only going to take a
Well, at
trade.
the very least, Jay, stay off your iPhone while you're driving.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No texting and driving. Silver didn't do it there, Dakota.
Say that they're,
I know. My intrusive thoughts says shorted.
Yeah, that is intrusive. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
I was going to say the Texans last night, I would rather the Bears not go to the Super Bowl than have played the Steelers and have there even be a chance that Aaron Rodgers could beat the Bears in the Super Bowl. I would not be able to deal with it. So I am glad.
Could you imagine?
No, like if you said, even though it's way better odds for the Bears, if you said, hey, right now we'll promise you 100% the Bears can be in the Super Bowl, but it's against Aaron Rodgers, I'd be like, no. Even though I think the Bears would win that game, I don't know, it just can't happen. But thankfully, Houston made that not an issue at all. By man, that defense is good.
Jack, have you seen those like meme sport pages on Twitter? They get me all the time. But I saw one this morning. It was just like, Rodgers may be retiring, and it said, Rodgers throws a touchdown on his last possession in his career, and I'm like, oh, that's nice, right? That's a good way to end it, and it happened to be a pick six, which I thought was hilarious. I thought that was hilarious. Touchdown on his last possession. Dakota, did you know, as a Brett Favre fan, that his first career completion was to himself?
I heard that. Yeah, I never did see it.
Yeah,
but interesting. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is to the Bears as LeBron James is to the Toronto Raptors, right? Kind of how it is.
I'll assume that's right. I don't really know.
I'll assume that's right.
I think that was on the SATs, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yep.
Think so here. Definitely seeing the market slow down just a little bit. Silver's trying to decide whether it takes out this all-time high. S&P trying to figure out what it's doing at VWAP here. I think so, Dakota.
Why would we not break through
couple ticks
all-time highs?
off?
Why would we not see $90 an ounce here?
Is there a caveman trade potential here?
That's what I'm thinking.
Where's the risk go? That's the question.
Do you need risk if you're going to be buying silver? What's the stop loss here? I mean, I'm just sitting here watching it go up without me, and it's just like, there is a level of FOMO, but then there is that level of caveman trades. Like silver's going up, we're hitting all-time highs. Buy silver. It keeps going up. We keep hitting all-time highs. There's a play for a breakout through all-time highs. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm just looking to see how we react. I want to see some maybe us reject here for a minute and then come back up and test it. I'm watching this 5-minute chart and they were slowly getting up there. I don't know. We'll see. Obviously there's the downside risk. I mean, look at this 5-minute candle. That's the risk, right? We went from 88.75 all the way down to over $1 move in about 10 minutes. So that is the risk. I could turn around and we could be down below $88 an ounce um, in less than 5 minutes, and I'll tell you, scary. It's a scary thing. So I'm looking to see where I can manage risk. Maybe below this 5-minute pivot, maybe we could get in long, or at least I could get in long. 88.75 would be the stop, but maybe more consolidation. Lots of indecision here. I think it's better to just hands off for a moment.
Yeah. Good point there. Shout out to JK in the chat. Sometimes when we're driving these segments, we forget what we say sometimes, but we were talking about that 50% retracement of the initial balance. That's kind of where we got to in the equity markets in both the S&P and the NASDAQ. Trading right there, right? In the S&P, 50% of that IB is 7,004, and in the NASDAQ, that is 25,928.
If we had multiples on, that would be a first out.
Yeah, I agree, Hogue. I agree. Especially we got VWAP trading below it in both markets. That VWAP for the New York session is definitely flattened out. It's pretty much a flat line right now.
Yeah.
So could this be upper extreme of the range? We'll see. Still a lot of trading to do. We got the London close coming up in about 7 minutes here. Taking a look at the tilt, 60% long in the S&P, 61% long in the NASDAQ, 60% short gold here, which is selling a little bit, 46.1380 last trade here in gold.
Silver's still
Seeing some
hanging at
slowdown.
88.
Yeah, it is.
NASDAQ not really
Go
doing
take out
much.
that high.
NASDAQ hanging around 900.
Yeah. Oh, that's a nice one. Antonio in the chat made my house payment scalping silver in my XFA. What a day.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Nice.
That's always nice.
wow.
Nice.
Make the mortgage payment in a day. That is a good feeling.
Yeah.
It's a good feeling for sure. Nice job. Make sure you keep it. Make sure you keep it. Get to that payout.
In the house.
And
In the house.
tag us if you're on X on Twitter. Tag us again. Hashtag Fast Markets on X. Tag us at TopStepTV. Hashtag Fast Markets or hashtag Power Hour if you're trading later in the day. Share your wins, your losses, your traders' setups. We'll bring those back to you later in the day.
That's awesome. That's what it's about.
Hey, that is what it is about. Drops Homestead. I don't have a house payment. I buy all my houses with cash. I think we found BlackRock in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't say that out loud. Did we talk at all about they had? I saw something of the new. They had like the congressional stock portfolios versus the S&P 500 last year. And the most interesting
Briefly,
data point.
not in depth.
They smoked it.
Yeah. Well, but did we talk about Chip Roy? I can't remember
No.
anymore.
No, I can't remember.
Truly
that.
incredible. Chip Roy lost 59% last year.
Get out of here.
Eesh.
Yeah. What was he
He's
doing?
a front. He's a
Someone
front.
on Twitter, Jody, he's gonna be the first person investigated for outsider trading.
He bought Bitcoin. I don't know. Was he a leveraged position in Bitcoin?
At the highs?
Damn, Chip.
I mean, Bitcoin was basically like flat on the year. It's like, I don't know, maybe something weird in crypto.
He was
Like
short
failing an open book
metals.
test.
He was short
I just
gold.
said, Chip, you lose money this year so we can prove that we don't all make money. And we'll pay you.
All right, here's a little bit of a pullback here on silver, down to these 88.70s. So, buying opportunity, or are we flushing?
Seeing a little bit of a pullback here. Chip must have gotten his memos from Facebook, Jack.
Yeah.
Is that news right there? Comfy Safe says the CME group will set gold, silver, platinum, palladium margin as a percentage of notional value instead of a fixed dollar amount.
I saw that post earlier. I guess we do have that.
That would be interesting.
Makes sense because things are moving so much. I think they're just like, F it. We're not doing this anymore.
That'd be a lot easier. It'd change day to day.
Yeah, CME will launch a 100-ounce silver futures contract on February 9th, 2026. Thank you for sharing that, Comfy Safe. I saw somebody share that in the chat earlier. Had to make sure we go back and verify it, but yeah.
That's like a nano contract, right?
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Sounds like it. Seeing a pullback here in the equities. London close coming up in about 3 minutes here. 69.95 last trade here in the S&P. 25,895 last trade in the NASDAQ. Till 54% short in the S&P. 53% long in the NASDAQ. And big burst of selling there. Okay, something just happened.
Yeah, we got
Big
taken.
burst of
Whoa.
that was big. 10 points there in
Silver.
the S&P. Silver selling off here. The NASDAQ selling off. Gold selling
Oh
as
my.
well. That just took us out there.
We're flat up $50, but that's besides the
nice.
point.
Nice management there, Jack. Something just happened here.